Hello, everybody. This is Kaylana, the Blessed Driver, and there's been something on my heart I wanted to share in regards to leaving a legacy for your children and for those that are going to come after you. I had intended on doing this a while back, but this was like something I thought about for the past couple of days about just leaving a legacy and just leaving footprints for people to follow you and to remember you by, so they can also take away tidbits and the way that your lifestyle was while you were here. Okay. And so now we all know what a legacy is, of course. Legacy is something that you leave behind, things that people remember you by, whether it's information, things that were useful to other people, whether financial, like whatever. And so things that I just feel like we have to think about as parents, and not only just as parents, but maybe you're a grandparent, or maybe you are a godparent, whatever. And you make a very important impact on the life of your children, or those that you take care of. And I'm actually learning this as I go about legacy. And we see a lot of people, over the decades and hundreds of years that have left a great legacy in our lives. And of course, we know some of the greatest, even the civil rights leaders left a great legacy, like Martin Luther King Jr. and just to name one of them and stuff. And and I know people are a big fan of Bob Marley, and to some he left a legacy and things like that. And so there are so many people that I can name that left a positive impact on people, even like when they pass. But I just feel like what you do here on this earth, the time that you're here, and as long as you're here, makes a big difference in, the impact on people when you're no longer here anymore. And, people will never forget what you have done for them or how you made them feel, once, you depart from this earth, and even while you're here on this earth. And this is so important, to leave something behind that people can take away, and it results in a positive, positive feedback into their life, whether it be something that you said, something that you did, how you responded, something that you provided for people. And some people have left a great legacy based upon what they did for other people, and let me tell you something, guys. If you have children, your kids are watching your every move. They watch what you say. They watch what you do. They watch how you respond. And this is something, even as a parent, like I am still learning this, like whether we think so or not, your kids watch your response. They watch, for instance, okay, I'm a YouTuber and also a filmmaker and stuff. And so, I have to be careful about the type of films that I do, even though I make Christian films and stuff, but I got to be careful in the content that I put out there. And even if I do mess up in the area or fall short in the area, I have to make sure that I try to correct it. Now, sometimes when things are put out there, or if you do something that's put out there, it's already out there. And so it just can't be fixed, but people will remember that. And so there are a lot of people that we've seen over the years, popular people, famous people that have done some silly things and made some poor choices, but it cost them their lives. And so, I thought a lot about that and how people passed away, whether it be by an overdose or whether it be by a sickness, or they did something that they shouldn't and it cost them their lives, but people remember that, but they also probably did some good things in their life. And I'm not talking about those who made a mistake and they picked themselves back up and they carried on throughout the years. But, there are some that leave a legacy of just dirt, and I am working on that. I want to make sure that I don't leave a legacy like that, and, I'm not just talking only just from a Christian standpoint or from a biblical standpoint, but I'm also talking about this as a person, like as a human being, as a woman. And, I only have one child. I just have a son, I don't have a whole bunch of kids or anything, but, I have to make sure that I invest as much as I can into him, as much as I can. And especially for those of you like myself who have a teenager, it can be a challenge, but I do the best that I can. And, how like you've been through stuff in life, or maybe you've had a conversation with somebody, or even with yourself, and like, what, I remember back when grandma said, or I remember back when grandma helped me with this, or grandpa helped me with this, or mama did this, or my sister did this. And had a positive impact on your life. And you never forgot that because they invested something into you. They sown positive words into your life. They sown good seed into your life. And when someone invests something like that into you, whether it be words of affirmation, whether they invest in your education, or they take care of you, or give you clothes, or help you in your with tutoring, like whatever, that's important. Or maybe you're an adult and you've had some problems in your marriage, or maybe you were picked on as a kid and you had somebody, or maybe a teacher or somebody that always stood up for you, or maybe somebody in your classroom or classmate always stood up for you and they helped you for years. They left a legacy in your life. And so they left something behind that you will never forget. And so I am thinking about this, like, you know what? I want to make sure that I do that. And, for the past week or so, I kept remembering, okay, you know what? I remember when I said that I was going to start volunteering again. Like I was going to get back into helping people. And the day before yesterday, I think it was on Monday, I went online to a website called volunteermatch.org. And I've been with them on and off for a couple of years, but I've never really done any work. And there's a particular agency that just stood out to me. And they actually allow you to pray with some of the patients and stuff like that, and pray with people and provide counseling, biblical counseling, which I like. And so, it's for elderly people, but I'm not going to go into detail about that. But, oh my God, because I have been praying. This is just me personally. I have been praying. I'm like, Lord, I want to do more. Like, I know you created me to do more. And how can I pay it forward? How can I give back? Because sometimes I might not be able to give anything financial to people, but I can at least give wisdom or show them love or compassion or something. And I don't want to live a life always complaining or always looking at what I don't have, or look at what I could have done or what I should have done, or just look at some of the frailties of my life instead of using what I have or what God has already given me and just throwing it into somebody else's life, And this is why I want to leave that footprint, not just for people to say, oh, wow, she did such a great job, but no, because I feel it. And when you leave a legacy, like when you leave footprints that people remember you by, it's like you feel it. Like you have this thing inside of your heart and inside your soul and your spirit that you want to help people, that you want to do what is right for others, and people won't forget you for that. And so, and even like when you pass, like you can't please everybody, but even like when you pass away, because we're all going to die one day, you want to make sure that people are saying good things about you at your funeral. Not like people, you don't have to have whoever it is to lie about you, just make stuff up just to have say up, I mean, not that they're judging you, but people know you. And even if they don't, you, and so like you want to have people to say good things about you. Everybody may not agree with you or your lifestyle or, what you represent. And even if you've done some great things, you could be a person that's done top notch and did the most out of everything in life, and you could be saved and set free, but they're going to always have people that don't like you, or they're going to always criticize what you do. And so, but to stay back on track, I just feel like this is the time to really to close the door on some things in your life, or even in my life, just to close some things and close some doors that have been left open to where it had kept you distracted from what you're really supposed to be doing in life, or how you can help somebody else out. And I've seen this a lot. Like some people are so successful to the point where they don't have enough time to help somebody else. Now I'm not saying if you can't volunteer, if you can't go out and help, I'm not saying that. But some people can help, whether it's by a phone call or whether it's by calling somebody to check up on how they're doing, or whether you may have a closet full of clothes or shoes or purses or just anything excess that you don't need and that you don't wear, and stuff that you don't need. You can give it away to help somebody else out. Or maybe once a week or twice a week or once a month or whatever, you can go and help the homeless or feed the homeless, or go help underprivileged children, or maybe help those that are in the who are abused, or those that were in the human trafficking industry. Like, I mean, there's so many things that we can do to pay it forward and to help somebody else out and leave a legacy, because those seeds that you're sowing into somebody's life, even now that you're doing right now, is making a difference. And whoever this is for, it doesn't matter how big or small or whatever it is that you're doing, you're making a difference in somebody's life. And even if somebody is not recognizing what you're doing, or if you feel that somebody's not recognizing what you're doing, God sees everything. He sees everything from center to circumference, all aspects of your life. And to me, how I feel, that's all that matters. And so when you do stuff, do it out of the kindness of your heart. not to do stuff to get people to see what you're doing, or to, because even the Bible says, when you do stuff, do it in secret, because God will reward you openly, because, never let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. That's what it says. And so, when you do stuff out of the kindness of your heart, and when you help people out, people will never forget that. And even if you have done nice things for people and they never thanked you for it, but you did it out of the kindness of your heart, just let it be that, and I know sometimes it can hurt when you have done so much for folk and you have given so much of yourself, or even you've made sacrifices that you were not able to afford to make or able to do, but you did it anyway, and people just stepped on you or they didn't appreciate it. Well, then let them do what they do, but you did it out of the kindness of your heart. You still left a legacy, because even if people don't say anything now, they will remember you later. And trust me, conviction is something serious. And so, it's like when you sow into somebody's life, it's like taking steps. It's like taking steps spiritually. To me, it's like taking steps, and you're going from level to level to level. And a lot of the people that I'm sure that we've seen over the years and the decades, like for instance, like Mother Teresa, she helped a lot of people in Calcutta and India and Gandhi and stuff like that. People who left a legacy. And there's so many people I can name, you guys. And I'm sure that you guys maybe have, your favorites. Like even, Oprah, like I like Oprah Winfrey, and I might not agree with some of her beliefs and some of the things that she say and do. But she's going to leave a legacy, and she's going to leave a footprint, and nobody will ever forget her. And so instead of me looking at some of the negatives, I do look at some of the positives and some of the things that I can take away, and how she became successful, and some of the things that she's done to help other people and to give people hope and to branch out and to be able to be not only a success for themselves, but to also help people to bring, to help bring other people up, and you might be a person that may never be rich or famous or be, a millionaire or make like six figures or whatever, but you have a good heart and you're able to give back to the community. And that's what a lot of people need, you guys. Like there are a lot of agencies, guys. I'm talking about probably in your area that need volunteers. Like they need people to come out and help and to do stuff. And I'm sure that most of you guys are probably on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. And sometimes what you post make a difference, y'all. I'm telling you, like if you post something positive, or maybe it could be convicting to some people, but they never forgot what you posted and it helped change your life. If you see people's lives change, or even if you don't, some people appreciate what you do, even if they have never told you. There have been people that I have seen post stuff on social media that I don't even know. I just came across it. And I'm like, wow, that's deep. And I thought about some stuff, and so for me, I'm telling you guys this, for me personally, even from a Christian standpoint, I am not flawless. Like I'm not perfect, but I know the things. And so I can't sit up here and say, oh, God understands. Yeah, he understands, and people tickle me with that. Oh, God will, God, only God can judge me. Yeah, he will, and so like, I am working on my imperfections. I'm still working on areas that I know I need to fix, things I know I need to change, things that may be hidden to some people, but ain't hidden to God, And so I want to make sure that my life is an impact. I can't please everybody. I won't make everybody happy. Some people won't like me, but I know I'm going to do the best that I can in life, not to only benefit myself, my child, but also to benefit other people. And this is my personal experience. Like this is what the Lord is telling me, and I can feel it so strong. Like he's just telling me to start making an impact now, start sowing good seeds now. And I know people have New Year's resolutions, things change, people want to start doing something new, start changing. However, it's like sometimes it feels like we're going in like a circle, or we're on the, like that rat wheel or whatever. And we're going and we're not going anywhere. And so like, I just feel like I just heard the Lord tell me now is the time to help other people. Now it's the time to sow good seed into the ground. And so this is what I'm saying to you guys is what you're doing and where you're going, it's going to make a big difference. And so I don't want anybody to get left behind, as far as, to be staying in the same place, but leaving something behind that people can carry with them and that they'll remember for the rest of their lives, and this is why we have history books, and we, even in school, whether it's in elementary, middle school, high school, or college, we still read and talk about pioneers, people that were, back in the day, even like Harriet Tubman and Sojourner Truth. And, there's so many people that actually made a difference and an impact on our lives, because some of us wouldn't be where we are without them. You know, and even some of you guys have had parents that worked their finger to the bone and they sacrificed and they worked hard. And some of them had to work 12, 14, 16 hours a day, maybe even more, just to provide, just have a roof over your head. But you never forgot that. And some of you guys are successful and are where you are. It's because you have seen what your parents went through. You've seen what your grandparents went through, or whoever took care of you. You've seen how hard they worked. And you said, you know what? I want to make sure I'm successful, but I don't want to ever have to struggle like that, because I've seen the sacrifice and I appreciate it. But I want to make sure that my children go to school. I want to make sure that they go to college. I want to make sure that they have, so they won't have to struggle like that. And so, but even in struggle, you know, people will always remember. They'll never forget, you know, what you have done for them. They'll never forget the seeds that you've sown into their life. And people will never forget what you have done, what you have said, and the impact that you have made upon their life. Because let me tell you something, guys, that's something that God honors, you know. And I know some of you guys, oh, she's always religious, but that's just me. That is my life. And so just remember, you guys, leave something behind. Make sure that what you leave behind is something positive, and it's going to be a game changer into helping somebody else out. God bless y'all.